So when people go looking for AI visibility tools, SEO, LLM tools, whatever, right? They really want to understand: are we showing up? Where are we currently standing, right? Now, for that, the two metrics that people use very often are a visibility score and then an average rank. That's what all LLM vendors, LLM tool vendors are pushing right now, right? But there is a like, hey, so do you know what they are, first of all?
Yeah, I do. So I'll talk about visibility first. So let's say if we want chosen lead to rank for 10 prompts or 10 searches, for example, top AISO tools or top tools for ranking on LLMs, and out of these 10 searches, we are showing up for, let's say, 7 of them, then of course we have a 70% visibility. And if someone is searching for top 10 AISO tools and we are showing up in the first or the second place, then that's our average rank.
Got it? Yeah, that's exactly it. Now, there's a big problem with these, right? These metrics are very unreliable and borderline useless, right? And I'll show you why. Here is, let me share my chat GPT actually, right? So what I've done on my chat GPT, I've taken the exact same search, top HRM software, and I've run the exact same search 5 different times, right? Top HRM software, or 4 times, right? Now, if you look at the first answer, Gusto was the first company, Bamboo HR was number two, Zoho People was number three, and all of these other companies showed up here,
Okay.
right? If I look at the second search, same query. This time Bamboo HR was the first one, Gusto was second, and Rippling was third, and then Deal Remote always come later on. If I look at the third instance, this time Rippling was the first one, Workday was second, Bamboo third, Deal, Gusto, all of this came. And again, the first time, again it changes to Workday, SAP SuccessFactors, ADP, UKG. So it changes every single time, right?
Yeah.
So there is not a standard visibility percentage or rank that stays consistent for on a prompt level, right? So
Right.
visibility score is like, yeah, if you just run the same like two reports at the exact same time, it's not even a factor of time. Run two reports, they're going to give you different visibility scores and different rank scores because you've checked for one of these once, right? And what you see the second time is different, what you see the third time is different. So the scores are useless, but that's what people are using as a primary metrics.
Okay. So then what's the solution for this?
So what we did is we built this very innovative feature that no one could think of. I'm just kidding. We took the simplest approach out. We are now just running the same search multiple times so that we get a bigger sample set that should help us capture 90% of these variations. So while others are just sort of every time they make a report, like if you look at a month on month trend for everyone else, is going to like go up and down for no reason, that irrespective of what work they do, and you'll never know that, hey, what is your visibility, what I am doing, is it really making a difference or not? Though you'll never have answers to those questions with anyone else. But with us, just because we are running it multiple times, you will now have a more stable graph which will have maybe 10-20% variations in the same report month on month, but not more than that. Others might see 150, 30 like variation every single month, and you have no way to look at the data, use it, or even have complete information to do actual work on top of it.
Okay. So if even if you're searching top HRM software 5 times, then how is there a variation?
The variation is not in the search, the
Okay.
variation is in the answer, right? If you
Okay.
look through the 5 answers I showed you, the companies recommend, software recommend every time was different. That's what the platform is trying to stabilize. This is also something where, a lot of people say, hey, I can try to do this manually internally. You cannot. Like, can you really search 30 for like 300 200 300 searches multiple times, group everything together and then create stuff out of it? It's very hard to do that, right?
Right.
Like getting all the insights, and that's why you need tools like Yosemite.
Okay. So if I have the data for 5 such searches, then what?
then the variation, like you've taken care of most of these variations. I'm not the if you look at this, you run the same report multiple times, right? You like the sources won't vary more than 10-20% is what we're seeing, right? Versus if you just did it once, it could vary like 60, 70, 80 time percent things up go up and down essentially. So that's the so yeah. Then you and then even if you're trying to do some work on top of it, it's just like, okay, who do I reach out to? You're using like 20% of the data to determine who to reach out to, what content to create. For all of that, using 20% of data, whereas with us we get to it about 80% of it, right? 80-90%. So yeah, you have much better data consistency. Quality of data is much better with us now.
Okay, got it. But then, Ishan, isn't it something that any other AISO platform could do?
Very good question. And I think all the innovation lies in just this part, right? So, this is not a tech innovation, but more of pricing. Because, for example, if you look at any other tool in the market, they or most other tools, they have a limit on the number of queries and citations and stuff, and they sort of number of prompts. There's a limit on prompts, and all the pricing, and you can buy prompts and stuff. It's hard to price according to this. Like if they start like the cost that they're incurring, and they are incurring heavy costs per prompt they search. Now, if you
Okay.
suddenly ask them to search it multiple times, the cost increases linearly with that. So now it becomes very financially unfeasible for anyone else to run something like this, whereas for us, we can actually run it this way. Like that's just there's a few other limitations, and we've designed the tool in a way where we can actually run it multiple times and still give people an overview of everything without even increasing our cost. Our cost earlier was $400. Even after we launched it, it's going to remain 400. For anyone else, if the cost was 300, if they launch this, they would have to at least double their prices to even like take care of all of this, if not just increase it the number of times they run. That's where the difference comes in.
Okay, okay. Perfect.